Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Specifically, welcome to Monday morning. It is the start of a brand new week. This also means that we have a new teacher for our week. This week, our teacher is Gary Zukov. Let's get into today's message. The journey of personal growth sometimes feels like a delicate dance between creating and surrendering. We pour our energy into creating the lives we want, yet we find ourselves often trapped by our own expectations, striving for perfection and clinging to outcomes. Our teacher for this week is Gary Zukov, an American spiritual teacher and author of several books. The best known of his books is probably The Seat of the Soul, well worth looking into. We take two thoughts from his work for our week ahead. Can you be seriously committed to doing your best, while simultaneously also letting go of the need to control the outcome? This balancing act can take a lifetime to achieve. The two quotes, the two thoughts from Gary Zukov this morning go like this. The first one is, you create your reality with your intentions. It is your intentions that drive everything you do, your actions, your thoughts. You create your reality with your intentions. And the next thought from Gary Zukov that we take as a message to start our week with is, allow yourself to experience what it is to learn step by step the freedom that comes from being unattached to the outcome, but operating from an empowered heart. So creating, but also being unattached. That's such an interesting balance to try and keep. Somebody, good morning. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to a brand new week. So the two messages that we have from Gary Zukov. Number one, you create with your intentions. And number two, being unattached to the outcome. Let's go through them. Your intentions are what drives the thoughts and the actions that create your reality. Your responsibility, your work, is to cultivate the awareness of what state you are in. Let me explain. Even if you are deliberate about your intentions, it doesn't guarantee that you stay on track though. You can start your day and your week setting clear intentions, and still you could be unaware of when fear enters your body and your clear intentions become clouded by panic, anger, anxiety. Your work is to notice when fear enters your body so that you can stop, breathe, soften your body, and step out of that survival mode and into creating at your potential again and again. Fear hijacks our best intentions. And if we don't develop our awareness, then fear slips in under the radar and we don't realize that we've strayed far away from our original intentions again. Number two, being unattached to the outcome. This can be a difficult lesson to learn because it sounds a little bit like not caring at all, but in fact, it is just the opposite. Being unattached only becomes available to you when you absolutely know that you are doing your best. But you've also let go of the illusion of control. Let me explain. Can you get up in the morning, set a clear intention for your day, do your very best to create at your highest potential, and then also, at the end of the day, can you surrender your attachment to any outcome? Can you trust that you need only pour your energy into taking action on the things that you can control and accept however things turn out is perfect? Gary Zukov calls this freedom. So see if you're able to put these steps into practice this week. And we'll go through them during the meditation again. First step, get up in the morning and be deliberate about setting a good intention for your day. That's number one. Number two, then go about your day and do the very best that you can. Try and be focused. Put everything into your day. Number three, and then surrender the outcome. Put yourself to bed at night telling yourself I know that I did my best today. And see if you can surrender to the thought that however this day turned out, after I've tried my best, however the day turns out is perfect. Good morning, Maggie. Happy Monday. Welcome to a new week. Good morning, Charlene. Happy Monday. It's great to see you. There's a balancing act between being serious about doing the best that you can while also completely letting go of the outcome. This really is true freedom. This freedom, as Gary Zukav calls it, is a balancing act. It requires both seriousness of purpose and also a willingness to let go. By cultivating awareness, embracing your intentions, and surrendering to the unknown, you can unlock the true power of your being and experience the liberating freedom that comes from living in alignment with your authentic self. If you're ready, let's dive into this week together. You can close your eyes and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Here we go. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is reflected in every cell of your body rising. You're not just breathing in through your nose. You're not just breathing into your lungs. You're breathing with your whole body. Every cell in your body is involved as you feel your body rise. And then again, every cell in your body is involved as you feel your body fall. Let your breath be your teacher. Gary Zukav's message this morning speaks about being committed to creating at our highest potential, while simultaneously being able to completely let go of any attachment to the outcome. Our breath, just like so many things in nature, teaches us that this is a very natural cycle. Just like in spring, you'll see the trees all break out into brand new green leaves. But come autumn, the same trees have no problem completely letting go. There's no story the tree tells itself about these leaves that it worked so hard to create. It doesn't try and hold on to even one. It lets it all fall down. Let your breath be your teacher. As much as every inhale feels like an act of creating, rising, feeling yourself step into your power, embrace the letting go, the exhale, the softening, the reminder that we're not only good enough while we seem to be at our strongest. It's completely acceptable to let go, to sit down for a moment, perhaps even fall over, collapse. And what our breath really teaches us is that the letting go is not inferior. The letting go is a space maker. Letting go doesn't mean I've given up and I've quit. Letting go is what makes space for creating. As we see with our next inhale, rising again. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward. And roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. Forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. Lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a brand new week. See your toes sticking over the edge and see yourself ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. Standing at the start of a brand new week gives us the opportunity to be intentional about how we step into this week. We could stumble into the week on autopilot, and on autopilot we could react to the world in the same old ways that we have reacted to the world in the past. Or, being intentional, we can decide that perhaps we want to be more present and try something else, try a new experiment. What would be a different way of responding than we have in the past? This moment simply gives us the opportunity to decide what our intention will be for this week. So for a moment, let's remind ourselves what lies ahead this week, what is already in the calendar. What are some of the things that you want to get done this week, some of the places you need to go this week, some of the people you need to see this week. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take a stroll through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and create as clear a picture as you can of what you want your week to look like. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? This is a reminder that everything we do is an act of creating. Gary Zukav's message this morning says, our intentions are how we create. Our intentions create our whole lives. What are you creating this week? And for a moment, open yourself to the whole spectrum of creating. And of course, we are not all using the whole spectrum all the time. We tend to be focused on a very small slice of that spectrum at a time, which is the only way to do this. But for a moment, remind yourself that there are so many ways of creating. What often comes to mind when we use the word create is something artistic. Something you can point to and say, I made that. A piece of writing, a painting on the wall, a photograph. But then, even preparing a meal is a beautiful act of creation. Something that'll nourish your body. Of course, the actual work that we do is an act of creating. And wherever it is that we work, we are participating in a co-creating. All of our conversations are acts of creation. Every time we interact with anyone, we are creating that relationship. Even just how you are being in your home creates the energy in your home. So what are you creating this week? Where on this spectrum falls what you are focusing on this week? So let me ask the question differently. Where will your focus go this week? What is it that you will pour your energy into this week? Because whatever it is that we water will grow. What are you watering this week? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself to the end of this week, standing in the next weekend and looking back over a week. What would your checklist for the end of the week look like? What are some things for which you'd like to say, I got this one done, I got that one done? What are some things for which you'd like to say, I got started on this one, I made progress on that one? What does your checklist look like for the end of this week? Take your next big breath. Gary Zukav's message this morning was about creating. But more specifically, his words were, you create your reality with your intentions. You create your reality with your intentions. And standing at the start of a new day, standing at the start of a new week, we look at the week ahead and we're setting our intentions. However, our intentions often get easily hijacked by fear. So after setting our intentions, our job is to perhaps kind of guard our intentions, or at least become aware of how our state shifts. Become aware of when we've taken a big step away from our intentions, simply because of experiencing fear, stress, anxiety, pressure. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, spend a moment with this thought. What is most likely to hijack your intentions today? What is the thing that is most likely to trigger a fear inside of you? Feeling an increase in anxiety, feeling an increase in stress, feeling the pressure, and then forgetting the intention you set this morning. What is most likely to be that trigger? Take your next big breath. For a moment, let's rehearse. Will you become aware of when fear enters your system? Will your radar detect that and then stop for a moment, and instead of letting fear become reflected in your actions, take a moment to soften and remind this body that we don't want to be acting in fear. Remind this body that we did set intentions for how we want this day to be, how we want to show up in this day. Getting back to our intentions because we recognize the trigger. Take a moment to rehearse that. Rehearse how it will feel when you notice the trigger. Rehearse how it will feel when you stop, turn away from what you're doing, and take a few big breaths. Rehearse what you would be saying to yourself as you get back to your original intentions. Saying, I'm going to remember what my intention was for today. Take your next big breath. We start our day by setting clear intentions. But then we have to follow it up with awareness. The awareness of when a trigger makes us forget about our intentions. And simply reminding ourselves to come back to our original intention again and again. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. The two quotes from Gary Zukav this morning are, "You create your reality with your intentions." But we remind ourselves that even our best intentions often get hijacked by fear, and that we can come back to those intentions again and again. The second thought from Gary Zukav this morning is, allow yourself to experience what it is to learn step by step the freedom that comes from being unattached to the outcome, but operating from an empowered heart. Unattached to the outcome. This is such an interesting balance to keep. We set intention. We set a clear intention about how we want to create. And we show up doing our best, creating the life we want. And then we're asking to also be able to let go of that outcome. To not grip on desperately tight to what we want the outcome to be. So one more little exercise to rehearse. And see yourself at the end of the day. We've rehearsed the start of the day, the setting of the intention. Now let's rehearse the end of every day this week. When you put yourself to bed, when you put your head on the pillow, can you remind yourself to let go? Let go of the outcome. Have the conversation with yourself. You did your best today. Now you can rest. Have the conversation with yourself. However today turned out is okay. In fact, it's perfect. Perhaps you did forget about your intention. Perhaps you did fall into the trap that fear set for you. Perhaps your day was a lot more reactive than you intended. Still, by the end of the day, however this day turned out, is perfect. You are doing your best, and tomorrow you will try again. Can you make that your conversation with yourself at the end of every day? Can you see yourself put yourself to bed and have this beautiful conversation with yourself? Today you did your best, and tomorrow you will try again. For a moment, just for a moment, imagine what would the world be if all of us humans were able to have that conversation at night. Today you did your best. Tomorrow we're going to try again. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this opportunity, standing in front of a brand new week, having the opportunity to set clear intentions for my week ahead. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to be really patient with myself. Because even as I set clear intentions, I'm not trying to hold myself to some kind of an unrealistic standard of perfection. I know that sometimes I slip off of that intention. Halfway through the day, I forget the intention I've set this morning, because some other trigger pushed me in a different direction. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that I can simply redirect myself when I realize. When I have awareness of the fact that I've fallen off the track that I wanted to be on, I can simply redirect myself and say, hey, I forgot. Let me get back. Let me get back on track. Thank you for that gentle kindness, holding myself accountable, but never punishing myself. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping into this week along with us. May we remind ourselves of our intentions, get back on track again and again, no matter how many times it takes. We can have the realization again, oh, hang on, this is not the intention I set for today. Let me get back on track. And may we remember that none of that needs to look and feel like punishment. A gentle redirect is all we need. But we do need to surrender to the fact that we're probably going to have to gently redirect ourselves again and again, over and over again. Thank you, Sunmuddy. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Charlene. Wishing you a beautiful day and an awesome week. Spread your wings, fly off into the week, and create at your highest potential. Ciao, ciao.